I'm Keith Foy Jr., Director of Army and Lust, and you're watching Mr. Tony of the Dead.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there. This one's on a movie called Mausoleum. This is from Vinegar Syndrome, and it's directed by Michael Dugan. The movie follows the Nomed family, and they have fell victim to this ancient curse. And the curse is that every firstborn of the new generation falls victim to this curse, and they go mad, and then they like mysteriously, suspiciously die. And now this little girl, Susan, her mom is dead, and she's runs away at the funeral, and she starts hearing these voices, and she goes into this mausoleum, and she starts, she hears these voices and that, and here, like, she is, like, taken over, like something is inside of her, but doesn't come out until she's an adult. And so things start happening as she's an adult, and they're trying to fix the problem and figure out why this is happening before it's all too late. This was actually a first-time watch for me. I do have it on VHS, but I never got around to watching it. I just never had enough time. And then when Vinegar Syndrome was putting this out, and it was part of the Black Friday, package deal and everything, and I'm part of that, I got it and I watched it. In fact, I'm recording this not long after I did finish watching it, and I did watch the special features. Didn't watch the the commentary or anything, but there's not really much special features on here. That's why I say I watched the special features, because there's just a making of the monster. It's called Making Monsters. It's a video interview with special effects makeup artist John Carl Buechler. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's only like 8 minutes long, but it's actually an interesting 8 minutes. But the movie itself, I've heard people say it's not that good. I've heard people say they like it. I've heard it's a hidden gem, and I guess it's kind of a hidden gem. It kind of has a charm to it, I guess. I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was amazing, but I think it has some rewatchability. I really do. It definitely has some pretty cool effects from back in the day. Practical effects, people getting ripped open. There's the effects on the demon itself. It's kind of weird, because there's faces on the breasts that eat a heart out, and it's just kind of weird like that. I think maybe the cleaned up picture might, in a way, ruin the dramatic effect of the monster, but of the demon. But maybe seeing the demon too much kind of ruins it as well. There's various stages in which she changes, or you could see most of the time it's green eyes, and a lot of times with the green eyes, it's like sometimes it's just like a still, and there's like green on, like a green effect on the eyes. They actually have a contact lens thing that they put in her eyes that with like some black light or something, and they shined on it, and it glowed green, which is kind of cool, but it looked painful to me. And then there's just like that effect that they put on the eyes to make them look like they're glowing. So there's like different things they use for that, and then there's different facial things that they use for like stages of the demon, and they're all kind of scary. But the final transformation of the demon is kind of like in the Unnameable, in the H.P. Lovecraft's The Unnameable. It kind of reminds me of that. In fact, the makeup effect artist in this also did Ghoulies and Troll, and it kind of has that kind of feel to it, like like maybe it would be miniaturized. You could probably miniaturize this demon, and it would be something from like Ghoulies or something like that. But it was kind of weird looking. In fact, he went off of what they wanted. He went in with a sketch pad, and he got hired, and he wrote drew a sketch up of what they were talking about, and they wanted on like faces on elbows and all this stuff. So they made like a weird thing, but and it's kind of like a weird transformation at the end. I shouldn't say at the end, in the final, like the big reveal, I guess you could say, it's no surprise, really. It's just weird. There is a really quick scene in this when she's in a mall, and the mall is really cool. I believe they're out in California, and the mall looks like, it's from like 1982, 1983, and the mall looks awesome, in that era where the malls were pretty new, and or at least getting more and more popular, and it just like looked really cool. And the death scene in the mall is really awesome too. You know, just you could see the people watching them film it, and you could see the people who are actually part of the film. It's kind of funny because the people who are part of the film obviously are reacting, and the people who aren't are just kind of like standing there watching. But it kind of blends in, so it doesn't really take away from the movie, but you could kind of point it out if you're really watching. So now I'm going to take a look at, you know, what this is, what we have here. We have this is actually a slipcase here, so I'll show you the slipcase. Alright, I have the slipcase, and, you know, pull it up, and inside here is the reversed cover. That's the original cover, and I already have it reversed. The other side is the newer artwork, so I have it reversed because I don't need this image all over the place. So I wanted the older image art, or older art, to be when you pulled the slip out. Also, this mausoleum here is like raised. You can't really tell. I don't think you could tell. I could feel it. And these eyes have a bit of a shine to it. You can't tell. I can't get it to shine on here. Sometimes I can, but they have like a shininess to them. So that's kind of cool that they added that, because, like I said, the eyes do shine in the movie. So that's cool that they added that effect. And on the back here, you have the, you know, the description of the movie. That mausoleum there is raised as well, and all the effects and stuff that they have on here, the special edition. On the side here, that's also raised. Usually they do have that raised. It's really nice. And then they have a little picture there with the demon. That's kind of cool. They don't usually do that with all their releases. You know, they always have the Vinegar Syndrome's logo. They don't usually have like something from the movie like that, so that's pretty cool. It's only on that side, it's not on this side, but that's cool that they do that. And then on the inside here, we have the Blu-ray with the new artwork here, and the DVD with the older artwork. And if you look on back here, on the slipcover here is the other artwork that you have, not artwork, but, you know, description of the movie, and, you know, who's in and directing that. And here's a couple different pictures in that. And this is region A, B, and C. I did watch this with captions on. Like I say, I always watch stuff with captions, and the captions were actually really good, very accurate, and they kept up with the movie, and so I'm happy with those. The picture did look good. I've seen pictures look better for some reason, but there's no images where they had restored it as best they could, and it still looked really bad. Like, the whole movie kept up decently. It's, you know, newly scanned and restored in 4K with from its original 35mm original camera negative, so it does look good. But again, I think it's cleaned up a little too much, and it might take away a little bit of the demon, you know, aspect of it, like be a little too revealing in a way. But again, like I said, I think they show the demon a little bit too much in the movie as well. And I'm not talking about her facial changes and stuff like that. I mean the whole demon walking around thing, or, you know, maybe if they just showed like a hand or just the breast, because the breast actually, the mouths move and have green goop coming out of it. It's kind of, I don't know what it is. It's kind of wild, but, you know, just walking around, it's kind of like, it looks like somebody in a suit. But maybe on VHS it probably, you know, is more believable. I gotta say though, my favorite character in this movie is the maid. She is hilarious. She has a small part in this, but she's so funny. I don't want to say what she says. If you see this movie, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, just see the things she says before she like runs out of the house. It's like hilarious. Like she's just like, and the music they add to her, it really does kind of like add a different tone. It sets a different mood for the movie. Like, it's kind of like, in a way, it's like, why is that in here? It's kind of like supposed to, like, it takes away from the suspense of the movie and that, because like she walks in and she's gonna go wake up, you know, the lady of the house, and she sees all this green smoke coming out of the room, and she's like, you know, like basically like, fuck that, I'm not going in that room. And she says all this stuff on her way out, and I don't want to say what she says because I want you just to see it, but she's like my favorite person in this movie. I think she is hilarious. But like, I really didn't dislike anybody in here. Even like, there's like some perverts, you know, because she's at home alone, and there's like Gardner and stuff. They all kind of like get what's coming to them, you know, and stuff like that. And I don't know how you say her name, but it's a Bobby Brissy, I don't know how you say it, but she's a gorgeous woman, and she does a really good job. It's amazing, like she's such a beautiful woman, and then turns into like this demon, and it's just like night and day. It's like evil and good, bad, night and day. Like I said, she does a really good job, and everybody does a good job in this movie. I thought, there's likable characters, and it's a decent story, I thought. So I'm glad I saw it. I'm glad I finally got to see this movie, and I'm happy with this edition. So yeah, so that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, follow me on any one of the social media links in the description box below. I'll put a link in the description box for a trailer where you can check this out, and also a link where if you want to buy it, you can. You don't have to, but it's there in case you're interested. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.